Welcome to Skull Island. Wait, what? Yes, this isn't a Jurassic Park T-Rex. This is a Kong Island, and not even Kong Island. It's whatever the Peter Jackson one was. Just King Kong or something? This is a V-Rex, so this is gonna be a monkey fighting dinosaur, not Owen Wilson. Owen Grady? Chris Pratt fighting? Anyway, let's look at this thing because it is beautiful. Nanmu Studios has been crushing it, at least in all of their promo images and this one singular dinosaur that I have, which I have reviewed on the channel previously, and I love it. This is a Jurassic Park inspired item. This is a Peter Jackson inspired item. So let's open it and see if this is a dinosaur thing that we really want to have on our shelves or not. And depending on where you buy stuff like this, the price is kind of all over the place. Where did I get mine? 5K Toys. And much like the Velociraptor, there's not a lot in these boxes. It's usually just the dinosaur and then maybe a little stand. This one is a big stand. All right, here we go. Our first glance at this thing out of the box. Obviously, for packaging purposes, this tail cannot be attached, but it does look super goofy when it's not there. This is beautiful already. It has great paintwork, much like we saw with the Velociraptor. So let's go ahead and put this tail on and then get a good look. Probably gonna have to heat this thing up, aren't I? Definitely heat up this socket part because it's not going in. There we go. Nice looking dino boy with all of these areas of articulation. So the scale, I have no idea what the scale is, and I don't really know what the scale of the King Kong in that movie is supposed to be either. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Comes with this stand, which has several points of articulation, a claw, and screws, which is good to tighten these things as they tend to get loose over time. And a little base, which, I don't know, it's kind of generic, has their name on it, and 3 points to plug it. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this base piece of this is longer than what the actual stand is, so I'm not really sure why this is the design. And it looks like you could put, it doesn't matter. You can see that. All right, so let's look at the details of this Mr. V-Rex. I mean, right off the bat, that it's clear that the sculpt work is fantastic and the paint work is fantastic. There is a little bit of a shine to it, but I think that kind of works for it. I don't know. I usually like a matte finish on stuff, but something like this, it does seem more appropriate to have this bit of a shine to it. I think this is gonna be great in some photos. You get some solid light in on there. Like, look at this, it's so nice. Not a lot to say other than it's beautiful. Let's look at the articulation points. So the mouth, which is great, just like the Velociraptor. So you're gonna have a lot of fun posing this thing. I think the tongue might be articulated. So the tongue is on, there's like a piece connected here in the back, so you can kind of articulate it. I don't know if it's supposed to be articulated, but it does wiggle a little bit, so whatever. So that's nice. You got some areas through the neck here, so it's gonna have the side to side, I think, that you're looking for in a dinosaur. It doesn't really look down, which is unfortunate because you'd have to do like a whole body thing to get him to look down. Looking up is actually really good. That's interesting. He's got these tiny little arms, of course, because he is certainly a T-Rex inspired character. I am curious if they're gonna scale the T-Rex differently than this V-Rex, because if the T-Rex that they make is the same size as this, then that's a serious bummer because you're gonna need like little tiny figures. Like, you can't, this doesn't look right, and that's just a kid Goku. But it's I guess fun Dragon Ball inspired. Rotation, not really. Just I mean, the neck you can get to rotate, but the body is really just this kind of hinge point side to side. Legs just move around a little bit. You got a knee that does something. There you go. So you get some good range out of the leg. And then toe articulation, which is nice. So individual toes. It's really just best to go down because up seems like its main locking point. So it's more about having a stance where the foot is lifted and not looking like a flat foot, which that's nice. But yeah, I think there's plenty of articulation points for a dinosaur action figure. Where else are you gonna get something this intense. This is really nice. As expected, really, because I love the Velociraptor. And here we go, scale-wise, yeah, this is why I think the T-Rex needs to be way bigger. And I mean, you can find measurements online, so I'll look at the T-Rex and see if we can find some sizes. But this is probably good for like a SH Monster Arts or a Haya Studios version of King Kong to fight one of these guys. I don't have a King Kong, unfortunately. Yeah, if this was supposed to be a Jurassic Park inspired T-Rex, then the scale is way off. So either this guy's way too big or that guy's way too small, but we can forgive it because it's from King Kong. And if you just need to bring in like a nice 1/12 scale figure, this is the Bro Toys Resident Evil unofficial figure, which looked great next to Velociraptor, I thought. Next to this, yeah, I mean, it's definitely more like, okay, we're playing Dino Crisis. This is video game sized dinosaurs that, you know, can't be too big because the game can't handle it or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that's a quick little spotlight. I hope you love this thing. If you do, I will have a link down in the description. I'm sure it's still on 5K Toys, which most likely has the best price. There you go. Let me know what you think about this guy down in the comments. And if you want to see the Velociraptor get reviewed, then click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.